Before this video starts, I just want to say sorry for such bad sound quality. Hello, welcome to my first ever video. Today I will be showing you how to do a traffic pattern in a Cessna 172 Skyhawk in X-Plane 11 mobile. This black thing right here is the throttle. We're going to push it up a bit, and we're going to release our parking brake and start moving towards the runway, assuming we have clearance. So there we go, our parking brake was released, which is right under the throttle, if you did not know. And we will be using left rudder to turn left, of course. And we will be taxiing over with beacon lights on, landing lights off, taxi lights off, navigation lights on, and strobe lights off. Make sure your fuel pump is on, or else you have lots of trouble. Now we're going too fast here, so we're going to brake a little bit and mainly start heading towards the runway. And this flight simulator is not very realistic, as there are 30 cars to the right, and it's not really in real life what'll be happening. They wouldn't go very close to the taxiways, so we're just going to enter this taxiway ahead of us, but first we're going to turn right, because we'd have to be going on grass, and of course there's cars right there. So we're just going to be taxiing next to them, as we don't want to hit them, of course. And after that one turns, we'll just make this left turn. Here we go. And then we'll make a right turn, so we don't even have to level out there. We can just finish this right turn and make sure we're on the yellow line. And we will take this middle line, not the ones with a bunch of dotted lights on them. We're going to take the middle one, and we're going to hold short at the threshold, which is coming up here. You'll know it's about to be here when the yellow line looks thicker and with black lines on it. Here it is. So this means there's 150 feet to the hold short line. We're going to brake a little bit here, and a new elevation, which helps us brake, and then now we're going to brake for sure. Assuming we have clearance to take off, we're going to release our parking brake, put a little throttle into it. Landing lights, taxi lights, and strobe lights on. Of course, fuel pump is on, and we are going to make that left turn on to runway 16 left. Alright, you don't have to be perfectly in line with the white line, but it is for sure recommended. So here we go, we're putting in full throttle, and on this climb, we're going to go to 700 before our right turn into the crosswind phase of the pattern, but we're off right now. So this is our upwind phase of the pattern. If we had flaps in, we'd put them up, and once we hit 700 feet, we're going to make our right-hand turn into the upwind phase of the pattern. And I'm already turning right, you can see, but using a little bit of left rudder because there is a lot of crosswind. So we're just trying to balance that out here. As you can see on the below we've reached 700 feet, so we're going to turn right. But you can see to the left of the attitude display, we have our speed, and we're trying to maintain 73 knots to our climb to 1,000, which is coming up right about now. Here we go, leveling off. And as you can see, we are now entering our downwind phase of the pattern. As we turn right, we need to be parallel to runway 16 left at 1,000 feet, which is this pattern altitude. And as you can see on the very right, in the middle of the screen, next to the right arrow, you can see the trim. Autopilot is trimming the aircraft, so we stay low. But you would usually use trim to make it so that going up and down or just level isn't so hard, and you don't have to put in so much weight. Basically makes the elevators go more up or more down. basically, to sum it up. And we are in midfield, which is just the middle of the runway, but on the downhill phase. And once we are parallel with the numbers, I'm just going to disconnect autopilot real quick. You don't really need autopilot in real life, but I'm going to disconnect it right now, and right when we are parallel. And here we go. I'm actually having second thoughts on using autopilot here because it's so much easier just to do this manually. And a lot of 172s don't even have autopilot. But you don't need that on pattern work. You just need it usually on cross country, or just hope that there's no wind, because on cross country you can just use trim to level out. But what about turns? You could use like rudder for the yoke, but that's sadly annoying because hopefully the plane has autopilot cross country. Hopefully this flight simulator does supply this. So right now we are on the base leg. We are looking for the last runway, which is 16 left. Obviously, way to the left. That is 16 left. That is 16 right in front of us, or right to the right of us. And then there is 16 center. And then here we are coming up on 16 right, and soon we'll start our turn for the final. That's what it's called. But you wouldn't call it right final, you just call it final. So what have we learned so far? There's upwind, there's right crosswind, there's right downwind, there is right base, and there is final. And coming up here, I just want to aim for the numbers. I did not mean to do that, and put the throttle into idle and just keep the nose kind of down. It's hard to really land here because of the elevation on this runway, but we've done that successfully. We're going to go up again. Here we go. If you had flaps, just make sure it's on full. But we didn't, so we're just going to put in full throttle. Here we go. And just going to start our climb out. We're way faster than we need to be, but yeah, whatever. We're again using rudder and yoke, but let's just say our engines have failed. And what are we gonna do? Okay. We'll just put some flaps in to be at the lowest speed with lift. As you can see, our nose went straight up, so we have to trim to make up for that. And as you can see, we have low speed, which is exactly what we wanted thanks to our flaps. And we're just gonna flare it right here until we hit the ground. Great. Now we're going to put brakes on it, make sure we don't tip over. And our reasonable speed, we're going to let go of the brakes here. And we will just taxi off the runway. Yeah, again, just use rudder because there's crosswind, and you want to make sure you don't tip over because you're going so fast, because you want to exit the runway pretty fast so other planes can land, and also that you're safe and you can get out as soon as possible. So here we go. We are going to put the parking brake on. Great. Now we're going to turn off our master switches, our avionics, strobe lights, navigation lights, taxi lights, beacon lights, and the fuel pump. We should have done that when we were trying to abort the landing, but that already happened. It happened so quick, in fact. Just gonna tap over here. We're gonna pull our carb heat out, and then the mixture and the throttle, and that's pretty much it. It's really how you stop this aircraft. We're gonna put our yoke back there. Oops, yoke, and then we're gonna exit as soon as possible. And that's really how it works. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a like and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. And, yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye.